I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you previous test question on trigonometric identities. You need to prove tan x plus secant x minus 1 divided by tan x minus secant x plus 1 equals to 1 plus sin x divided by cos x. You can always pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. Well, I hope you remember the identity between tan and secant squares, right? So it is 1 plus tan square x equals to secant square x. So we could always write 1 as difference of these two, right? So we could write this as secant square x minus tan square x. Correct? Or if you want to write minus 1, then minus 1 could be written as tan square x minus secant square x, right? So you could use as and when required. Now in this case, what we are going to do is that we are going to replace this minus 1 with difference of tan square and secant x. And then we are going to factor. So I hope now this strategy is clear to you. So you can again pause the video and prove this identity. So let's begin with the left side, which is given to us as tan x plus secant x minus 1 divided by tan x minus secant x plus 1. So we are going to replace minus 1 by tan square x minus secant square x. So we get tan x plus secant x. Instead of minus 1, we'll write plus tan square x minus secant square x divided by tan x minus secant x plus 1. Now, tan square x minus secant square x is difference of squares. So we could further factor this, right? So what we get here in numerator is tan x plus secant x plus tan x plus secant x times tan x minus secant x. Is that clear? So we use difference of square here. And the denominator is tan x minus secant x plus 1. So at this stage, we applied the difference of square, that is to say a square minus b square is equal to a plus b times a minus b, correct? Now as you can see, tan x plus secant x is common. So we'll factor this out. So we get tan x plus secant x. From these two terms, means these two terms, we get 1. 1. Tan x plus secant x has been factored out. We are left with plus tan x minus secant x divided by, we have tan x minus secant x plus 1. As you can now see that the denominator, which is tan x minus secant x plus 1, cancels with the second factor. Perfect. So what you get here is a simplified term, tan x plus secant x. Now this could be written in sine and cosine. So we get sine x over cos x plus 1 over cos x. So cos x is common denominator. We get sin x plus 1 in the numerator, which is same as the right side. So we have shown that left side equals to right side. Perfect. So that is how you could prove this identity. So two strategies, very important to remember, is do not disturb the denominator. So most of the time when you are applying this kind of a strategy, change 1 to this Pythagorean relation between secant and tan only in numerator, right? Then you get your solution perfectly fine as we did so. And then we could always factor difference of squares using sum and product of sum and difference product. And then by simplification, we could answer this question. I hope you understand and appreciate this strategy. Feel free to write your comments and share your views. If you like and subscribe to my videos, that will be great. I'll provide you with a link which will take you to some more practice questions which are critical to perform better in your own exam on trigonometric identities. Thanks for watching and all the best.